see all of you here this evening. Welcome to the pinning of the class of December 2010. We're so happy that all of you are here with us on this special occasion. You see before you the RN to BSN and basic students who've just completed our program, and we're very happy to tell you that this is the largest graduating class to date for our school. So we're very proud and happy about that. Each pinning ceremony has its own special meaning for the graduates and the faculty. We're celebrating both the end of a journey and the beginning of a new story, which you will write on the pages of our society and the profession of nursing. The tradition of the nursing pin and the ceremonial pinning that we know today originated in the 1860s at the Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas Hospital in London. Florence Nightingale was awarded the Red Cross of St. George for her selfless service to the soldiers in the Crimean War. And subsequently, she chose to present to her most outstanding graduates a Medal for Excellence. It has become a tradition to present all graduates of nursing programs a pin upon the completion of their program. I know that were Ms. Nightingale here tonight, she would take great pride in the quality of the education program that you have just completed, in your accomplishments, and in the promise that you hold for the future of nursing. This pinning is symbolic of your achievement of the goals of your academic program in nursing and your entry into professional nursing. Each school's pin is unique to that program. Ours has been specifically designed to reflect our program's philosophy and values. Knowledge is symbolized by the book, nursing practice and service to others by the lamp, and the values of competence, caring, and commitment are the stars on the pin. Everyone will recognize that you are graduates of Francis Marion University's baccalaureate program, since you will wear your pin on your uniform every day. I trust that you will wear your pin with honor, integrity, and pride in your achievement. It's my pleasure to introduce some special guests this evening. We have with us Dr. Fred Carter, who's the president of Francis Marion University, and I see Mrs. Carter in the audience also. Dr. Richard Chapman is the provost of Francis Marion University. Dr. Ken Kitts, associate provost, and Mr. Travis Knowles, assistant provost and director for the graduate programs here. In the audience, I see several representatives of our community partners without whom we could not deliver the quality of nursing graduate that we do, because you all assist us by lending us your clinical expertise and your clinical areas for practice. And I see Mr. Calicott, who is the Executive Director of the Bruce and Lee Foundation, and we very, very much appreciate the way that you all have supported this program and what you have given us. Those of you who've not been in our building will go across the street for refreshments after the pinning ceremony, and you can see part of the contribution that Bruce and Lee Foundation have made to us in the form of that building. Dr. Sampan Crackett is the chair of our Department of Nursing Advisory Committee, and we do have some advisory committee members here tonight also. And we thank all of you for being here You see, our faculty here, we have some clinical faculty sitting with us in the audience. Thank you for being here this evening too. We appreciate that. And I can't neglect to say a special welcome to the families of our graduates. We really appreciate the way in which you have supported these young people in their endeavors in the program. And I know that you are exceedingly proud of them today. So thank you so much for being here. Welcome to all of you. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Fred Carter, who is the president of Francis Marion University. It's through Dr. Carter's vision of a better future for the people in the PD region that we have this baccalaureate nursing education program in this region. Dr. Carter.
Thank you, Dr. Lufkin. And on behalf of the faculty and trustees and staff, students of Francis Marion University, let me extend to all of you this evening a warm welcome. You know, this ceremony, which is held prior to each commencement, is a very, very important date on the university calendar. It recognizes both symbolically and practically extraordinary accomplishment on the part of the graduate nurses who sit in front of us this evening. It represents their passage from an academic to an applied environment, and it represents their maturation from acolytes into professionals. Perhaps even more important, this ceremony marks the culmination of an enormous amount of coursework on their part and the completion of a multitude of examinations. Our graduates here this evening did not arrive at this point without investing themselves totally in this process, totally with regard to intellect, physical, and emotional investment into the determination that they wanted to be nurses. And throughout this process, this esteemed faculty, in my opinion, the best baccalaureate nursing faculty in the state of South Carolina, has weighed the students' progress, assessed their qualifications, and ultimately this faculty has found them deserving of taking the oath, which will, in a few brief moments, inextricably bind the students and the faculty into this most unique profession for the rest of their lives. Now, as you can probably gather from the tone of my remarks, this university is fiercely proud of this nursing program. We worked diligently to we fought diligently to create it a few years ago. And with a little help from our friends, such as the Bruce and Lee Foundation, we were elated to house it in one of the finest nursing buildings in the entire Southeast. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't stop here and ask Mr. Calcutt to stand up and receive our acknowledgement. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself how shameless it is that that president recognizes the director of the Bruce and Lee Foundation. Well, I've got 8 million reasons across the road to recognize him, and I got 15 million reasons downtown that performing arts ceremony to recognize him. So, what the heck? We may recognize him a few more times this evening. Now, I do want to tell you one thing before I sit down. I want to share with you a very, very brief anecdote about the commitment of resources to this program in the very, very early days. When we began the process of establishing this program, one of our university trustees, W.C. Stanton, came to me to talk about the process of funding everything in the nursing program very, very well. You see, Mr. Stanton is a strong advocate of the nursing profession. And at 84 years of age, he also happens to be our oldest trustee. If truth be told, he's probably the oldest trustee of any university in the state of South Carolina. Well, he's a strong supporter of this program, and he's also one of the wisest people who sits on our board. In our conversation, he reminded me of the importance of hiring an exceptional faculty, of working to develop a strong network of scholarships and financial aid. He also insisted that we must have the very, very best of equipment in this facility. And he reminded me that the curriculum should always be current and it should always be exemplary. Finally, he delivered his punchline. "Listen, Fred," he told me, "there may come a time when one of us is lying in a hospital bed in the middle of the night, coping with unbearable pain. We're going to grope for that buzzer, and we're going to push it. And we're going to pray that in a few brief moments, a nurse will arrive wearing an FMU nursing pin. A person who is one of the best educated, most competent, and most compassionate people in the world. And he or she will know precisely what to do to alleviate that pain and subdue all of our anxieties." You know what, my friends? He's right. Every time that we face decisions involving the commitment of resources to this program, I remember Mr. Stanton's story. And at every pinning ceremony, I watch our new nurses cross the stage with enormous pride and confidence that they have the capability to face that situation and thousands of others in this most challenging of all professions. So tonight, I congratulate every graduate on what you've accomplished and what you will accomplish in the years ahead. And by the way, when you hear that buzzer in the middle of the nighttime shift and you walk into the room and you see that nameplate at the end of the bed, just remember, Carter, C-A-R-T-E-R. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Carter. I have been amazed at how much about nursing Dr. Carter has learned. He's been a wonderful student. It's my pleasure and my privilege to introduce our speaker for this evening. Dr. Ruth Whitman Price earned her PhD from Widener University, her master's from Columbia University, and her BSN from Felician College. We're blessed to have Dr. Ruth as the new chair of our department. She came to us from a position at the College of Nursing and Health Professions at Drexel University in Philadelphia, where she was the coordinator of the Doctor of Nurse Practice Educator track and Nursing Research Coordinator for Hahnemann University Hospital. She has held numerous other positions in nursing education and practice and is an expert in women's health. She's a prolific writer of books and articles and has received numerous awards and honors. We're excited about the future of the program under Dr. Whitman Price's direction, and we look forward to the growth of our program, not just in numbers, but in the development of advanced education programs. Dr. Price.
Thank you. Welcome, distinguished guests, faculty, friends, families, and most importantly, baccalaureate graduates. I am honored to be here tonight because I get to talk to you about my favorite subject, being a nurse. It's been my favorite subject for the last 32 years, and I've never regretted my choice of careers. And now, to make things just a little sweeter, it's a profession that is extremely in demand. I call that the perfect storm, doing something you love, and society has a great need for it. Both groups of graduates that we are here to honor tonight and to celebrate, the pre-licensure and the RN to BSN learners, know or will know soon that they have chosen a great career path for both personal and professional fulfillment. The current statistics project that more than 500,000 new nurses will be needed in this country by 2018. And just to emphasize the need and the great choice that graduates have made, during the current recession, 613,000 jobs have been added to the healthcare sector, while other employment sectors have had layoffs. So we are a doubly blessed group. We have an awesome career, and society has a great need for us. What makes it so awesome is that every time you walk into work, you become acutely aware of how privileged you are. Being a nurse is truly a much privileged position among humanity. You are there and chosen to be with people during their most vulnerable times in life. You are there to help usher life in, and you are called at times to help someone to a peaceful passing. You are there to witness pain, suffering, and yes, even ecstasy when families and patients receive the good news that they wanted. During these intense moments, you establish relationships with your patients and families. That is a type of relationship that is a connection that's difficult to describe. It is personal and deep, and it actually lasts forever. And it all happens in a relatively brief moment in time, a time always surrounded by stress and emotion. But once you are physically apart from the situation, you can't help but think and reflect and realize that something in you has changed. And it is those changes that make you acutely aware you have chosen the right career. Those changes motivate you to grow personally and professionally in your role. It is those experiences that move you from that of a novice to an expert nurse. You all know that expert nurse, the one that intuitively knows what to do, where to be, and what to say. The RNs among you, many of who are already expert nurses, can verify that the patient experiences you collect along this professional journey will enrich your life, both personally and professionally. The other awesome part of being a nurse is that it is never, ever the same. Expect the unexpected. Every time you walk into work, the scene changes, making it an interesting and learning experience every single day. It always makes me laugh when we say to students that we want them to be flexible in their approach to patients and to be lifelong learners. Any nurse here can tell you that you really have no choice but to be flexible and to be a lifelong learner. It's simply a part of reacting to the unexpected. After you graduate, you will become aware that being a nurse is also a 24/7 job. Besides your actual job, you will be called to help by your neighbors, families, acquaintances, and strangers. You will be called at the most unusual times when you are in public because people know and trust nurses as knowledgeable and skilled professionals. Every nurse here has stories of being caught in situations in public where they just had to help. Like the time the kid in my daughter's brownie troop was choking on a Nutter Butter bar, and I had to do the Heimlich. The altar boy who was fainting, and me and another nurse and the parishioner were the only two that noticed and caught him before his head hit the marble. The bicycler on the Florence rail trail who hits the deck on wet leaves, and you have to decide if he needs stitches after you stop the bleeding. Be prepared. The unexpected always happens. So, for graduates who are about to take their RN boards, and for those RNs who are advancing their careers, let it be known that being a nurse is an awesome journey that is always changing, has many career pathways, and promotes you personally and professionally at every turn. We here at Francis Marion are proud of you, and we are proud of your accomplishments. In order for you to be here tonight, you all have what it takes to become that expert nurse. You have worked hard, you have been instructed by the best faculty, you have jumped through all the hoops that we have placed in front of you. We encourage you to keep reflecting and learning from every patient and family experience and to expect the unexpected. Congratulations, good luck, and never ever forget how privileged you are. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Dr. Price. She is really dynamite. You'll love her. We have several awards for excellence to be presented to members of the graduating class. I'm going to ask the faculty to come forward who are presenting those awards. Mrs. Aniello is presenting the Clinical Excellence in Comprehensive adult health ward. Am I stealing your thunder?
Good evening. On behalf of the Medical Surgical Nursing Committee at Marion University, I have the honor to recognize tonight the most outstanding comprehensive adult health nursing student. And before I give this award, I just want you all to understand exactly what adult health nursing is. That is taking care of people anywhere from their mid-20s up to over 100 years of age with multiple diagnoses, with multiple issues going on. These students have to do at least 2 hours of pickup prior to clinical. They have to fill out a very detailed care plan, go through their labs, go through their medications, and prepare a variety of information. They then get up and they come to the hospital no later than 6:45 in the morning, and we're there all day until 4:30 in the afternoon, sometimes more towards 5 o'clock, just depending how our day went. I'm very proud of every single student that has made it to this point, but there is one young lady that has really stood out in particular, and with great admiration and pride, I would like to recognize Deborah Hayes.
Congratulations, Deborah. Presenting the Clinical Excellence Award in Mental Health Nursing, Mrs. Scrubs, Susan Scrubs.
It is indeed my honor and pleasure to present the Outstanding Clinical Excellence Award in Psych Mental Health Nursing to Katie Elizabeth Raines. Here comes back.
Congratulations, Katie. Mrs. Karen Thompson will come forward to present 2 awards, the Clinical Excellence Awards for Pediatrics or Nursing of Children and Nursing of Women.
Let me get them out. One moment.
Well, it's supposed to be here. Where's Benita?
Was there 2 on there? Do you have it there, Katie? Why don't you bring that forward?
Sorry about that, folks. We're giving away the farm here.
Talk about flexibility and having to just jump right in and adjust. So you made it. It is possible, right? I'm going to start off with saying that my nursing diagnosis is great distress due to having to select a student from so many great ones. So please understand that this was a major decision and it wasn't easy to come by. So I'm going to start off with my award first, since I led you up to that. And this is the award for Best Clinical Student in Women's Health Nursing. One of the most exciting ones, right? And that award goes to Eunice Rabin. Dr. Westfall couldn't be here tonight, so I've gotten this honor too. I don't know how PEDS went with everybody, but I know it was an interesting field for you all. And she has selected Beth McClary.
Congratulations to both of you too. And as Dr. Whitman Price reminded us, expect the unexpected, right? It's my privilege to award a student in this class for the highest academic achievement in this class. Would Gina Dunn please come forward? Excuse me. What I said about expecting the unexpected. Okay. Gina. I understand that the students also have an award to present, and so I'm going to ask Gina and Eunice to come back to the podium.
Hello, I'm Gina.
I'm Eunice.
Every year, the graduating class chooses one special individual faculty member who has touched our heart in many ways. The nomination for our Fall 2010 honoree is a caring, competent, and committed professor who portrays every aspect of our Francis Marion University Nursing Department philosophy, from which we have planted our own roots. During our second semester, she taught us all about a heart, from how it operates to medications that effectively alter its function. In our senior year, she also taught us how to interpret ECGs on a strip and how to apply this knowledge to the individual patient and his or her needs. Through our nursing school journey, she too was a student, returning to school to get her doctorate degree, which she successfully completed. She's been a huge part of our journey in nursing and has not only taught us about the heart, but she's taught us to have heart. And she has touched each of us in her own special way along our journey. Tonight, our class awards Ms. Karen Giddings for the Outstanding Faculty Caring Teacher Award. Unfortunately, she's not here tonight, but we do have the award to present to Dr. Whitman Price.
Thank you. And congratulations to Karen. She is a special part of this faculty. I have managed to goof up here just a bit and neglected to introduce Mrs. Hucks, Marty Hucks, who is our community health faculty coordinator. Community health is part of what distinguishes the baccalaureate nurse, that preparation in community health. So I'm going to ask Marty to come and present this award.
The Excellence in Community Health Award is given to the student who best exhibits the ability to care for not only individuals and families, but also populations within the community setting, who is able to assess the health of the community itself and work with members to improve it, who demonstrates autonomy, professionalism, leadership, and caring in this arena. I would like to share a quote from Mrs. Fran Long, the clinical instructor for this year's recipient. She related well to all populations in the community setting. She always prepared assignments in advance, communicated well with clients and her clinical instructor, verified assignments, documented well, and had a bit of naivety and shyness about her. When encountering new experiences, she expressed excitement and an eagerness to learn. She went the extra mile. It is my privilege to present the Excellence in Community Health Award to Gina Dunn.
Dr. Rhonda Brogdon has an award to present, and this is not listed on the program, so this is a surprise.
Good evening. I have the honor and the privilege of presenting the very last award for tonight. I am very proud to present this next award to a young woman that has exemplified caring, compassion, and commitment to the nursing profession. Miss Susan B. Grubbs, will you please stand? On January the 1st of 2011, Susan B. Grubbs will have dedicated 52 years of her life to the nursing profession through education and bedside nursing. On behalf of the Department of Nursing, Ms. Susan, I present this outstanding professional award to you. Thank you for your dedication and for being an inspiration to each of us, and we love you very much.
Congratulations, Susan. That is so deserved. All right. This is the moment that you've all been waiting and working for. Would the faculty who are assisting with the pinning of the class of December 2010 please come forward? Members of the class of December 2010, please come forward to receive your pin as your name is called and remain standing until all have been pinned. The first group of students or graduates that we will be pinning this evening are our pre-licensure graduates. Ashley Marie Anderson. Casey Lee Anderson. Amanda Margaret Booker. Jessica Lauren Butler. Melissa Chanel Davis. Casey Lynn Dawsey. Miranda Gail Driggers. Gina Nicole Dunn. Kendall Elizabeth Grant. Deborah Ann Hayes. Lauren Haynes. Nicole Chantel King. Carrie Lupo. Beth Cox McCleary. Chelsea Leona McDaniel. Megan Elizabeth McLam. Marcuria Lavette McMillan. Heather Louise Owens. Shaquita Janelle Pickett. Eunice Irene Rabin. Katie Elizabeth Rains. Angela Denise Saxon. Sandy Denise Smith. David Brian Seth Todd. Fallon Nicole Watts. Charlotte Minerva Williams. And now we pin our registered nurse students who have completed their baccalaureate degrees in nursing. Amanda Calhoun. Kelly Cassidy. Carrie Chandler. Andrea Collins. Sean Crowley. Angel Godbold. Sarah Jewell. Christina Jordan. Ashley B. Kinney. Emily Long. Elizabeth McDowell. Dustin Phillips. Beth Ross. Denny Seif. Regina Stanley. Sumitra Swearinger. Tanya Tart. Aren't they a good-looking group? Graduates, let's join together with the faculty in expressing our commitment to the profession of nursing with the Nightingale Pledge. If faculty would please stand. All right. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty will I endeavor to aid the physician in his work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Share the light of caring. Thank you. Let's have a seat. In conclusion, this has been a very special event for all of us. On behalf of the faculty, to the students, I wish you great success as you pursue your careers in nursing. We've done our best to prepare you to be excellent caregivers and leaders in the profession. We send you forth with great pride and respect. Never forget who you are, a Francis Marion graduate and a part of us. Where you come from, and your mission as a professional nurse. Love and blessings to you all. Please join me again in applauding our new Francis Marion graduate.